What's up everybody, welcome to Off the Top. Today we got a whole bunch to talk about. 2K is going crazy. They just posted a picture of a tomb, like a casket, let's say, and that's gotten us to speculate about a whole bunch of things. Just Bryan is in the house, Kenny is in the building. Boys, what do you think? Kenny, give us your first thoughts. How do you feel right now?
My first thoughts, well, y'all know, this whole time I've been saying I want the Undertaker to be the guest or the cover star of this game. I've been saying I want to see the Undertaker do the showcase mode. So as I was scrolling through that little black app called X today, and I saw this casket pop up officially from the 2K page, I was just like, let's go. I don't know what this means, but the Undertaker is tagged in it, which means we're going in some direction the Undertaker's leaning in. Whether it's just a casket match or what, I don't know. I see him being featured in some big way. So I'm excited. Bryan, what do you think about this?
Man, I'm super excited about this because we possibly have the return of some matches. We just gotta hope that they're not locked behind the showcase or whatever they're kind of teasing with this casket thing. Because I don't know, man. I really hope that Taker is on the cover of the Icon Edition because the regular edition is reserved for my boy. You know what I'm saying? So, so we'll have to go in ahead see that, man. But those are my thoughts so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm also super excited, and this feels too good to be true, almost as if like we're in an alternate universe, because 2K doesn't do this. Like in our best year, it would be like, okay, you get special referee this year, next year you get buried alive, but right now we have the potential of getting both at the same time. But it could be like Bryan says, they may be locked behind showcase, which if they do that, that'd be insane. But they could do it. I mean, you look at what they're doing with my faction. It's a little 2-3 steps above locking, new attires for superstars, but it is possible. Do you guys think that will actually happen? Is there a possibility?
I really hope it doesn't happen. That's kind of scary when y'all actually say that. I just know people have been asking for these match types back in these games for so long, and for them to push these even before we get the official reveal, that's just a bad tease. If they're going to say, look, these matches are coming back, but they're only in showcase mode, or they're only in my faction. I hope they don't start locking match types in my faction like they do those attires, because that's when it's gone too far, and that's just something I don't want to see at all.
I do agree with you, but I really have a good feeling that these match types are going to be part of the game, at least the special referee one, because the casket could mean so many things, like I know that a lot of people are kind of running away with it being like a casket match or a buried alive match, but it could just very well mean it just has to do with the Undertaker, as that's the symbol that we go by. We see a casket in WWE, oh, it's Undertaker. So that's the way I look at it. I want to think it's a match type, but they obviously put it out there for us to speculate. It would just suck that we're thinking like this and then it's not that.
See, to that point, why wouldn't they put out an urn, anything, maybe Undertaker's boots, his attire, anything, right?
Yeah.
They're specifically putting out a casket. And I don't think they're going to take the risk of hyping people up for something like that and then not putting it in the game in any way, shape, or form. So I'm hopeful, man. But if those happens, we get special referee and the casket match at the same damn year, I don't even know what to say. That would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So we got to talk about the showcase now, because forget the cover star and everything like that. This has a lot of implications for showcase. 2K yesterday tagged Stone Cold Steve Austin with the referee shirt. Now they're tagging Undertaker with this casket. What does this mean? Are we getting a Stone Cold showcase, Undertaker showcase, 40 years of WrestleMania? Bryan, I'm gonna pass the ball to you again.
I think that they're currently gonna get a 40 years of WrestleMania thing out, because it would just make sense to me, especially them tagging both of them. But it could not even be that. Maybe it's just Taker's the showcase, and then we have Undertaker they're tagging Undertaker to introduce the casket match type back to us, and Stone Cold to do the same, as that was one of Stone Cold's matches, the special guest ref match. We've seen him in a lot of those, so that'll be interesting.
Kenny?
Yeah, and this is something I've been thinking about as well, because if we look at it, it could be the 40 years of WrestleMania, but did the Undertaker really have a high-profile casket match at WrestleMania? I don't remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure he didn't at all. Okay. Did Stone Cold Steve Austin have a high-profile special guest referee match at WrestleMania?
I believe so.
Donald Trump, Bobby Lashley.
Donald Trump? Okay. Well, I was thinking this. What if it's not 40 years to WrestleMania, and instead they're going back to the style of like a road to WrestleMania? like the previous games where the Undertaker has his own story, Stone Cold has his own story. Maybe tomorrow they show another like little teaser thing with a different match type. I don't know. I didn't expect to get the one today, but if they do and they highlight a different wrestler, I think it's possible they may be going back the road to WrestleMania route.
That would be huge, absolutely huge. But one thing, I go back to the road to WrestleManias, and I remember that all of those were current superstars or your created wrestlers. So do you think it would make sense for them to do Undertaker? He's a legend now. Stone Cold, he's been a legend for so long. But man, if they brought that back, hell yeah. They could also bring back, this opens the door for maybe defeat the streak mode. A lot of people are wishing for like beat Roman Reigns mode, right? Take his championship. I think that would be awesome. That's like one of my all-time favorite modes of all time is defeat the streak. So yeah.
I do have a question for you though. Now, Kenny, Kero, let's say, right? We obviously know the game is far from perfect, but let's say that they add these 2 match types in there, and that's what they do. They add a couple features here, the universe mode. Now, would you be happy with that? With these 2 match types being put in the game? Like I said, gameplay isn't perfect, but it may be better this year. But would that suffice you?
Can he take
Well,
it?
I fully expect the gameplay to be improved this year. I mean, as we've heard the rumors, they're tweaking things, and they do tweak things everywhere. So that's going to be the biggest thing for me. I want to see how the gameplay is tweaked, but really my main hub in these 2K games, the first thing I go to is My Rise.
Yeah.
So I want to see what they're going to do with that mode. I mean, these match types are great. They're not going to be enough. So just by themselves, because My Rise was kind of, I'll say, lackluster in 2K23. So I'm hoping they improve that mode a lot, get these match types included in there, and I think we could be on the path to having a great game with 2K24.
I got a question though. For your improved gameplay, what are you expecting? Like less fighting styles and more wrestling? Is that it?
Yeah, I want them to take that away. The fighting styles, the combo system, all of that, which, you know what, it's newer in their engine, so we'll probably see that continue on. But if they keep that stuff in there and we can't change it, I just want to see them really improve the reversal system, because as it is right now, just not a big fan.
I agree, man. There's way too many buttons, there's way too much to think about for no necessary reasons. The animations sometimes are way too slow. I hate the suplex animation where you have to wait for that reversal, and then he gets down from the suplex and then he hits the leg. Is like, oh my god, I'm sleeping. But yeah, other than that, I want the game to be more dynamic and more replayable, because yeah, like Bryan said, we have all these great match types, but if you don't give us a reason to play them, we're gonna play them a couple of times and that's gonna be it. And that's a huge problem, biggest problem AEW Fight Forever had, which I think I wanted to say this in the beginning of the video, I forgot, I'll say it now. Maybe this is the reason why they're coming so hard this year, is because AEW Fight Forever, they're trying to say, you know what, we're just gonna make sure there's no competition.
Did I just not tell Kenny that before this video started? I'm like, bro, Nick Khan and Triple H definitely hit up the 2K and told him, hey man, listen, put this game in the ground. And what better way to do that than a casket to go ahead and celebrate
match types. They don't have match types. We need match types this year, so throw them all back in there.
You know, you saw what they did to NXT, but man, we'll see. Very little time now. Monday, we're gonna see a trailer and learn potentially a lot of things. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here.